Okay, so I've been working off of a 10-year-old iMac, and it is about time to replace it. Still works great. I put 32 gigs of RAM in it when I bought it. People thought I was a little nuts for doing that. It only came with 4, and at the time, 32 sounded like a lot at that time. Nowadays, it's not really that much. Programs are more demanding. You have a lot more things open sometimes, like I do when I'm working. So I decided it's time for me to take advantage of the new chip from Apple. I went with the M2 and 96 gigs of RAM on my new MacBook Pro. So probably more than I'll ever need, but you never know. So I just decided I wanted this machine to last a long time and move with the time. So I maxed it out. Anyway, so down below here, I have a new monitor. This is the MacBook Pro, and this is a stand that connects to the desk that I'm hoping will connect everything together properly. So I hope. I went with the VESA mount on the monitor, and the reason for that is that people are complaining that the stand that comes on the new MacBook Pro, on the studio monitor, that you can't adjust the height. And if you want to adjust the height, you have to get their other stand that costs like another $400 or so to be able to just raise it up and down. But if you go with the VESA mount, you can get desktop stands that move around and stuff, or you can do a desk connection or a wall mount. So you got a lot more options if you just leave it alone, stick with the lowest price, have them put the VESA stand on there instead. So that's what I did. So we're gonna open all this up and check it out. And then I'm gonna take it all downstairs to where I'm gonna actually use it and show you how I transfer everything from my old iMac to my new MacBook Pro and put this all together on my desk. So let's open it up. Okay, so here is the stand. I'm gonna open it up first, and I'll have links down below. This is the only thing that I got off of Amazon. And we have a box in a box. Not surprising. This monitor stand says it can hold up to 17.6 pounds. A laptop, 9.9 pounds, so not bad right there. It holds both, as you can see in this image right here. So we're not going to get too detailed on this because this is not the main thing, but this is the, looks like the laptop stand. Yeah. And then down here is everything else. So I'll show you a little bit more detail on this once I get it installed on the desk. Okay, so these Apple products have always been good. Apple's always been neat at making the unboxing and experience. And it looks like now the boxes they use have a pull tab. So let's pull that open. Let's lay this down. And there we go. Yeah, so this looks really nice right here. The box, as usual, looks great. All right, so the big box has a handle on it, a cloth handle it looks like. So that won't break, so that's nice. And here we go. Almost looks like an empty box now, huh? It's because this top lid has some kind of a empty box pad here to keep everything in place. But look there are 2 arrows here. I'm assuming that you take this, yep, and you push outward. Maybe you didn't have to pull it out all the way, but I did. And here is the monitor, just like that. Wow, that's pretty nice. So, okay, nice unboxing experience for the studio monitor. I will go ahead and take this downstairs, and once I get it mounted, I'll show you all of that too. So let's move on to the MacBook Pro. Okay, so I'm going to raise the desk back up for this one, and just a little bit. Well, let's go a little bit higher. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to open up the MacBook Pro. I don't expect anything too fancy here, but I can't wait to get it downstairs and start transferring all the information. So let's go. Pull it open. And ta-da! My new MacBook Pro. How does this open now? Let's see. Okay, same thing. You got some more tabs on the bottom. Now it looks like you just lift the lid off. Yep. Oh, wow. There's my new MacBook Pro, 14-inch. Okay, so let's get this downstairs and get everything all installed. Okay, so this is my late 2012 iMac, 27-inch, 3.4 gigahertz Core i7, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think it initially came with either 4 or 8. I did a video on that where I took all the RAM out and I put new RAM in to equal 32 gigabytes of RAM. And let's see, storage. It had a, what was it, 751 gigabyte drive, and I think it was a hybrid. So I'm getting rid of this because I can no longer update it. The updates, I can't get past Catalina, so I need to get some more stuff updated, and I can't do it without getting a newer operating system. So it's time. I am changing over this time to be more portable like I originally was with the MacBook Pro. So I'm going to open this up, and I am going to transfer everything from my iMac to my MacBook Pro. So let's get into doing that now. Okay, so I got it out of the box, and I am going to plug it in. I'm glad to see that Apple has gone back to adding a few ports here along with this connector. And a couple more ports over here. Look an HDMI, USB-C, and some SD card slot there, or a SD card slot there. All right, let's open this up and see what we've got. Let's take this film off. Okay, it's booting up. Get started. English, United States, accessibility. I'm leaving all that alone for now. And I'm going to connect to my Wi-Fi. All right, so right off the bat, during the boot up, is asking me if I want to use the migration assistant, and I do. So, okay, so, and it even has from a Windows PC, so that's cool. But I'm doing it from a Mac. Now I got to go into my old Mac here. So we're going to go into the utility folder and look up the migration, look for the migration part. So migration assistant, double click it. Continue, put in my pass. Okay, it's closing all the applications. On my other screen, which you can't see, it's asking me if I want to transfer from a Mac or Time Machine. And actually, I'm going to transfer from a Mac. So I'm going to continue. It's looking for the other computer. So on my other computer here, which is probably a little bit hard to see right now with the window glare, but it's looking for other sources. So now the other Mac is responding. iMac, yep. Continue. Make sure the code was displayed on the other Mac. Click continue. And that code is on both. So I'm going to click continue. Now, if I were to plug in through a landline, it would move a lot faster, but I'm just going to let it do it over wireless and see how long this takes. Select the information you want to transfer. I'm going to transfer everything that is picked. I'm going to set a password. Okay, I put the password in. Continue. I'm agreeing to the license. And it's starting up. So I'm going to let this run. My guess it might take all night long, so I'm just going to let it run all night. And then I will be back to show you if it was successful or not. Okay, so you probably can't see it, and it's only been running for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. But it says about 28 hours and 21 minutes, 23 minutes, it's going up remaining. So I probably should have plugged in a landline. It's going to take a while. But I'm just going to let it run, and I'll be back later. Hour and 48 minutes to go. Whew. Okay, so it's 11:04 p.m. It says the migration is complete. All right, so I'm going to say done here. And on my iMac, I'm going to go ahead and say quit and see if everything ooh, so yeah, right away, looks like my profile is back on both computers. Logging into my iMac, and now I'm going to log into the new computer. Probably have a few things to set up. Okay, so far everything's looking good. My old Mac is back to the way it was. New Mac looks like it's got everything carried over really well. If I go over here, yeah, even the bar looks the same. And let's see, where's my programs at? All right, we'll go to Go. Applications. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff here from my old iMac, so this looks good. All right, so I'm going to now try to set the stand up and the monitor and see if I can place the laptop either next to the monitor or above the monitor and see how that goes. If not, I'll just leave the laptop closed and just use the monitor itself. But it'd be nice if I could have an extra screen from the MacBook Pro somewhere. Okay, let's check it out.